Hello and welcome back to the next episode of NetKnow, the networking show. So this episode, I want to talk about that moment that we all dread, that we all absolutely hate, and the moment that puts most people off going to networking events. It's that moment that you walk into the room and you walk in that room and you look around and everyone's there and they're all talking to each other. And in your head you go, oh, they're all best friends. They all know each other. I'm the odd one out. And it is one of the most vulnerable places we can find ourselves. And again, this is why a lot of people just don't even bother go to networking events in the first place. And over the last 16, 17 years, I have found that regardless of how successful people are, how much money they make, what kind of car they drive, all of that stuff, regardless of all that, that moment terrifies everybody. Well, most people anyway. So if you feel that way, if it makes you anxious, just the thought of walking into that room full of strangers and having to look for someone to chat to, you are not alone, my friends. We are in this together. So I want to talk about the moment. I want us to explore the moment so it's a little less scary, and then hopefully give you some tools to help navigate that moment. So the first tool for navigating is simply just don't do it. And when I say that, I don't mean don't go to events. What I mean is get there a bit early. If you go to a networking event 20 minutes early, okay, don't get there like 3 hours early. I once was hosting an event and someone, bless him, Sean, if you're listening, you're a legend. It was his first ever event and he was there before I was. And I'm talking like a good hour before it started, bless him. He was so nervous. But fast forward a few years, not even a few years, a few months, and his confidence, it was just wonderful to watch. He just absolutely it came into his own. Anyway, but he got there early, which I love. So getting there a bit early means that you do not have to walk into a room full of strangers. You can get there, you can relax, you can settle in. And it means that anyone that arrives after you, they are walking into your room. You own that space, okay? You're the scary one all of a sudden. So getting there a little bit early is a fantastic way to, one, it gets rid of that moment in itself. But secondly, it also gives you the chance to chat to the host. So the host of any networking event, the organizer, the person that runs the network, they are going to be the most connected person there. They want you to succeed. They want you to get value from attending their events. So going along a bit early, get yourself settled in, put your coat somewhere, get yourself a drink, pop to the loo, do whatever you need to do, and then chat to the host, talk to them. Start building a relationship and networking with the host. Again, people often walk into a networking event, they'll sign in, on arrival or whatever, they'll get the name badge maybe. And then that's it. That's their only interaction with the organizer of the event. The organizer is the most connected person there. They know most, if not everyone in that room. And their job is to make sure that you get value from being there. So by taking some time to network with them, build a relationship with them, keep them up to date with what you're working on. Tell them who you're looking to meet. Tell them, at the minute, I'm looking to meet people in HR, or I'm looking to connect with people that are experts in, I don't know, falconry. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't see why it wouldn't be. But anyway, whatever it is, tell the host that they know so they can actually say, oh, well, look at this list of people arriving here, today. So-and-so is coming. They're a falconist. Is that, I don't know. They're into falconry, or they're into HR. I'll make sure to introduce you. Oh, happy days. So there's a lot of serendipity that happens, especially at open, relaxed, informal kind of networking events. It's a lot of sliding doors. You may or you may not chat to someone, because there's often too many people to chat with everyone. So again, we want to reduce that risk of not connecting with our dream person by putting things like this in place. Asking the host, do you know anyone that's coming today that does this? If so, could you point them out to me? Even better, could you introduce us? So again, that takes away the pressure of you having to walk over and approach a stranger when you've got someone that knows you both, that can physically take you over and say, oh, hi, Steve, I want to introduce you to Mary. Mary does this. Steve does this. I'll let you two chat. Lovely. That makes your life a lot easier. It saves you a lot of stress. And that's what the host is there for. So by getting there a little bit early, you don't have to walk into the scary room. You get to settle into it. And you also get that chance to build that and nurture that relationship that you've got with the host of the network. Because again, they're going to be there to connect you on the day, but also outside of the event itself. They want to be looking for opportunities for you and facilitating introductions, especially if this is a network that you are a member of. So if you pay to be part of this network, you want to get, again, the best return on that investment as possible. Another quick tip is if you do walk into that room full of scary people, please remember that networkers are like spiders. They're more scared of you than you are of them. So try not to be scared of them. If we do have to look for ways in which we can start navigating that space, the easiest, the quickest thing to do, go and stand by the buffet, stand by the bar, or stand by the coffee station, because it's like the kitchen at any house party. It's where everyone congregates. So if you go over, get yourself a coffee, just hang around at the coffee station, you will spark up a conversation with someone. A little fun thing I like to do is wear some fun, interesting shoes. My shoes today aren't that particularly interesting, but I've got shoes that have got like Diamante lobsters on there. We've got other ones that are like sparkly hamburgers. Anyway, great conversation starters. Wearing something a little fun, a little pizzazzy, as long as it shows your personality and it's authentic to who you are. It's a great conversation starter. So go and stand by the coffee, wear some fun shoes, and you'll spark up a conversation. The last thing I would say about walking into that room and that space is have a little look online first and foremost before you attend that. So if this is a venue that you have never been to before, a lot of our fears come from fear of the unknown. So if this is a space that you've never been to, you're not sure what the parking's going to be like, you're not sure if it's accessible or not, you're not sure it's hard to imagine walking into that room. Have a look online, have a look on the website of the venue itself. Sometimes they've got virtual tours, so you can have a little virtual look around. If you want to, you could even go and have a look at the venue itself if it's not too far to travel. If it helps you feel more comfortable and confident walking into that space, having been there before, then do it. The more you network, the more rooms you'll get to spend time in and network within. So very quickly, you'll run out of new rooms. But if you are just starting out, then this is a really nice way to kind of scope out. It's like, when people say, if you're going for a job interview, do the travel first, do a practice run, drive there, see how long it takes you to get there, scope out the parking. It just reduces a lot of anxiety and stress. And if you can do that before going to a networking event, then that's always going to be a wonderful thing. So the final thing I want to say on like walking into that space is, I said it before about, the networkers are like spiders, but it genuinely is, we're all in the same boat with this. And walking into that room, feeling like everyone else is best friends and we're the odd one out, it instantly takes us back to the playground and we're that kid at school that no one wants to play with. And that's a really scary, like vulnerable place to put yourself. But please remember that everyone else feels the same as you. It's not just you. I can guarantee you that not everyone in that room knows each other. At least I imagine half of those people, they don't know anyone, or maybe just a couple of people. So you're never alone in this. And I think just talking about it makes it a lot less intimidating. But hopefully some of those tips will help. And the more rooms you walk into, the easier it will get. But yeah, get in there early, ask the host for their help, even arrive with someone that meet them outside the venue, go in together. It could be a colleague, it could be someone that you've networked with previously that is going to the event. And having someone to walk in with takes that initial pain off. Just make sure that you don't spend the whole night just talking to them, because there's lots of other people that want to chat to you too. So that is it for this episode. Make sure that you do all those wonderful things. Make sure that you subscribe, you hit the bell so that you are notified next time we release a lovely new episode. And if there are any ideas you have for episodes, any content you want covered, then just let me know. That's what I'm here for. So that is it. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you over at the next one.
A Liquid Studios production.